look after custodian निकाली ना उसका क्या कहते हैं सर हाँ ना वो तो
आएगा बाहर अरे भैया वो बाहर पावर कमेटी बनी हुई है सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जो भी है आपसे थोड़ी हो लग गया तो उसमें क्या करेंगे
My lord, I seek your lordship permission to open the proceedings.
Yes.
Thank you, lordship. The proceedings are opened. Now I request the honorable dignitaries to address the esteemed gathering according to their respective terms.
My lord, Honorable Mr. Justice Guhanathan Narendar, Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Manoj Kumar Tiwari, Senior Judge, their esteemed companion judges, gracing the occasion by their benign presence, President High Court Bar Association, Senior Advocates, Deputy Solicitor General, my colleagues on government side, members of the Bar, Registrar General, members of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, we have assembled here to bid farewell to the Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Guhanathan Narendar, on his superannuation as a Chief Justice of this Honorable Court. Moments of farewell are always painful. As a result, throat gets choked. One does not get words to express his emotions, but the cruel rule of duty always dominates over the tender feelings. His Lordship was born on 10th January 1964. His Lordship completed graduation in Bachelor of Arts and LLB and enrolled as an advocate on 23rd August 1989 in the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu. Thereafter, His Lordship commenced practice in the High Court of Judicature at Madras from 1989 to 1992. From 1st January 1996, His Lordship started independent practice in various fields like constitutional, civil, taxation, and criminal. His Lordship was awarded as NCC Best Cadet Award in the year 1982-83, and His Lordship was gold medalist in Judo State Championship. His Lordship appointed as an additional judge of the Karnataka High Court on 2nd January 2015 and appointed as permanent judge on 30th 2017. His Lordship transferred to the High Court of Andhra Pradesh and assumed charge on 30th 2023. His Lordship was appointed as Chief Justice of High Court of Uttarakhand and assumed charge on 26/12/2024. As a head of this family, in a very short span of around 1 year, his lordship's magnetic personality has swayed everyone, having found his lordship, besides being a kind-hearted person, a disciplined hard worker, a brilliant judge, and brilliant and just judge, a positive thinker, academician, and a great orator, and among them all, a wonderful coordinator and administrator. Sir, undoubtedly, your multifaceted personality has left indelible stamp on our heart, which we shall cherish as a souvenir lifelong. Sir, we wish you and your family a very good health and very success in life. But since we belong to this land, which is abode of God, and since this is a part of our cherished culture, that whenever our beloved gets separated, we pray Almighty to make his path free from all trouble. I accomplish this tradition with this Vedic verse, Shiva Bhavatam Panthana. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Guhanathan Narendar, Senior Judge Manoj Kumar Tiwari ji, and other esteemed judges of the Honorable High Court, learned AG, learned senior advocates, learned Registrar General, learned Deputy SG, learned GA, learned CSC, and my esteemed colleagues at the bar. Today we assemble to mark the superannuation of the Honorable Chief Justice Guhanathan Narendar, the Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Uttarakhand. Your Lordship's judicial journey, spanning multiple high courts and device areas of law, has already been placed on record by learned AG. From your Lordship's long years of practice at the High Court of Madras and Karnataka, to judicial services in the High Court of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, culminating in your Lordship's appointment as Chief Justice of this Honorable Court on 26 December 2024. I therefore will not repeat it, except to say that your Lordship brought to this court a disciplined judicial mind shaped by long years of practice and service across jurisdictions. A farewell speech, specifically from the bar, is always a sensitive exercise, because while files can be closed, experience cannot be. Your Lordships came to Nainital from the southern part of the country, and the bar quickly realized that the change was not only judicial but was language-related, culture, and perhaps even climatic. Having served across diverse legal culture and jurisdiction, and having dealt with a wide range of matters from constitutional and environmental law to arbitration and taxation, but not only in the field of judiciary, your Lordship also has a lot of achievement in the field of karate, NCC, which is also the reason for your Lordship's spirit of sportsmanship. The winters of Nainital, as we all know, that's even the toughest, so it often seems tough on your Lordships as well. And the bar sincerely hope that superannuation brings better health and warmer mornings. When your Lordships assumed charge at Nainital, the bar welcomed not only Chief Justice, but also a new working style and a new courtroom piece. Your Lordship discipline and patience was clear from the very beginning. The office of the Chief Justice carries with responsibilities of administration as much as adjudication, and the members of the bar naturally feel the day-to-day functioning of the institution. Advocates who serve as the essential link between litigants and the court adjusted themselves to with the evolving administrative framework with restraint, patience, and a continuous sense of institutional cooperation. Yet, though all this, your Lordship's judgment showed judicial discipline and logical reasoning, focusing on substantive rather than show. The relationship between the bar and bench is not meant to be effortless or uniformly agreeable. It is meant to sincere, functional, and rooted in mutual respect. In that spirit, the bar looks back to your Lordship's tenure with honesty, acknowledging both the challenges and the contributions. On my behalf and on behalf of the members of the Bar Association, I take this opportunity to express our deep gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice for his distinguished contribution to the institution, which will be remembered forever. May retirement be kinder than costless, gentler than winters, and far more flexible than court timings. We last extended our respective best wishes to your lordships and your family. We wish your lordship will respectfully, sincerely, and in the true spirit of the bar. Thank you.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. G. Narendar, his beloved daughter, Ms. Chandana Narendar, other gracious members of his family, and his esteemed friends, my esteemed brothers on the bench and their family members, Mr. S.N. Babulkar, Learned Advocate General for the State of Uttarakhand, Mr. Amit Bhatt, Learned Government Advocate for the State, Mr. C.S. Rawat, Learned Chief Standing Counsel for the State, Mr. D.C.S. Rawat, President High Court Bar Association, Mr. Saurabh Adhikari, Secretary High Court Bar Association, Learned Office Bearers of the Bar Council of Uttarakhand, Senior Advocates, Members of the Bar, Registrar General, Members of the Registry of the High Court, Members Secretary Uttarakhand State Legal Services Authority, staff of the High Court, members of the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a deep sense of respect, gratitude, and a touch of emotion that I have the privilege of addressing this august gathering today on behalf of my brother judges, as Honorable Mr. Justice Guhanathan Narendar demits the office of Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court. Born on 10 January 1964, His Lordship exhibited early traits of discipline and leadership, earning the NCC Best Cadet Award and a gold medal in judo at the state championship. After completing his BA and LLB, he was enrolled as an advocate in 1989 and went on to develop a versatile and highly respected practice encompassing constitutional, civil, criminal, taxation, environmental, mining, arbitration, intellectual property, and regulatory laws. His professional excellence was further reflected in his role as a co-opted member of the Karnataka State Bar Council. Elevated as a judge of the Karnataka High Court in 2015 and confirmed as a permanent judge in 2017, His Lordship became known for delivering balanced and analytically rigorous judgments, particularly in the field of taxation, environmental protection, personal liberty, and commercial disputes. He later served in the High Court of Andhra Pradesh before assuming office as the Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court in December 2024. One of the most endearing and defining attributes of His Lordship's tenure as Chief Justice has been his remarkable approachability and deep empathy towards the bar. His Lordship consistently upheld the belief that a strong judiciary is sustained by a confident and competent bar. He was ever receptive to the concerns of the advocates and always ensured that institutional mechanisms remained responsive to the professional difficulties faced by the bar. His Lordship encouraged young advocates, not merely through words, but through action by ensuring fair opportunities to appear, patient hearing of arguments, and constructive judicial guidance. His Lordship was known to often remark in a spirit what Justice Felix Frankfurter once said, quote, "The law is not a mere abstraction. It is a living organism nourished by the bar and shaped by the bench." Unquote. Through various administrative initiatives, informal interactions, and his courtroom conduct, His Lordship created an environment in which young lawyers felt valued, motivated, and confident, thereby nurturing the next generation of the legal profession. In the same spirit of constitutional responsibility and social commitment, Justice P.N. Bhagwati famously observed that, quote, "The court has to innovate new methods and strategies to provide access to justice to large masses of people who are denied basic human rights, unquote, thereby laying the foundation for public interest litigation as an instrument of social transformation. Guided by this very philosophy, His Lordship has always demonstrated profound sensitivity towards the marginalized and underprivileged sections of society. His belief that justice must reach the last person in the queue was reflected in his encouragement and active consideration service authority. His Lordship treated PILs not merely as legal proceedings, but as instruments of constitutional compassion and social justice, addressing issues such as forest fire, safeguarding the rights of the One Raji tribe, uplifting ragpickers through healthcare, fair wages and self-help group formation, and strengthening healthcare facilities across the state of Uttarakhand. Notably, the public interest litigation filed by Uttarakhand State Legal Service Authority for the protection of the basic human rights of children studying in blind schools stands as a poignant reflection of His Lordship's deep sensitivity and compassionate judicial approach. His Lordship has consistently upheld constitutional discipline and protected the rights of the marginalized, ensuring that the rule of law is never diluted by procedural arbitrariness. In Suchit Narang versus State of Uttarakhand, he strengthened access to justice for persons with disabilities by holding that failure to provide trial documents in Braille to a blind accused vitiates a fair trial and violates the right of persons with disabilities Act 2016. In Nafis versus State of Uttarakhand, His Lordship emerged as a resolute defender of personal liberty, ruling that the state cannot bulldoze prisoners into giving biological samples, as such coercion infringes Article 20, Clause 3 and 21 of the Constitution. His administrative law jurisprudence has decisively curbed executive overreach, most notably in Pawan Kumar versus State of Uttarakhand, where he struck down vague policy expressions like adjoining areas and prohibited unlawful subdelegation of power. Further, in Manish Saran versus State of Uttarakhand, he advanced modern governance by questioning obsolete requirements for physical bids in a digital era, recognizing how such practices often undermine transparency and fair competition. The words of Mahatma Gandhi beautifully encapsulate His Lordship's approach to justice. A court of justice is the last resort of the common man. Under his stewardship, the High Court truly became a place where law, fairness and compassion converged for the benefit of all. Under His Lordship's leadership, the High Court became a responsive constitutional sentinel, ensuring that governance remained unaccountable and that social justice was not merely a slogan, but a living reality. His Lordship's judicial personality harmoniously balanced profound legal scholarship with deep human sensitivity. Yet he always remained mindful that the Constitution exists ultimately for the people and not merely for institutions. His Lordship's decisions reflected the profound truth that Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer once observed, I quote, "Truth like a song is whole, and half-truth can be a noise. Justice is truth, is beauty, and the strategy of healing injustice is the discovery of the whole truth and the harmonizing of human relations," unquote. Guided by this philosophy, His Lordship approached every case and every challenge with integrity, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to fairness. My Lord, your legacy is etched not only in law reports, but in the hearts of the bar, the young advocates you nurtured, the marginalized whose voices you amplified, and the institution whose moral compass you strengthened. Through your judgments, guidance, and example, you have shown that the true purpose of the law is to serve humanity, uphold dignity, and bring justice to those who need it. I would like to recall a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is in Sanskrit, Yadda charati shreshtat tat devataro janah sa yat pramanam kurute lok tatu danu vartate, which means whatever action is performed by a great man, the common man follows his footsteps, and whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the word pursues. My Lord, your life and career exemplify this truth through your integrity wisdom, and compassion. You have set a standard that inspires the bench, the bar, the society at large. May your post-retirement life be as purposeful, fulfilling, and distinguished as your illustrious judicial journey, as Nelson Mandela so profoundly observed. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. With that spirit and in your lordship's own language, I conclude by conveying my heartfelt wishes. Nanu, this is in Kannada. Nanu devrige prarthi suttene nimma arogya mattu dirghayushya kelakke. This means I sincerely pray to God for your good health and long life. Thank you.
My esteemed brothers on the bench, respected family members of my esteemed colleagues, Shri S.N. Babulkar, Learned Advocate General for the state of Uttarakhand, Shri Amit Bhatt, Learned Government Advocate, Mr. C.S. Rawat, Learned Chief Standing Counsel for the state, Mr. D.C.S. Rawat, President High Court Bar Association, Mr. Saurabh Adhikari, Secretary High Court Bar Association, and other members of the executive, learned senior advocates, learned members of the bar, Shri Yogesh Kumar Gupta, learned Registrar General, and other registrars of the High Court, Mr. Pradeep Kumar Mani, Member Secretary, Uttarakhand State Legal Services Authority, the officers and staff of the High Court, my staff in the chamber and at my residence, members of the print and electronic media, my brother and my daughter and my grandson and my other family members, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, though I thank the Learned Advocate General and the President Bar Association and my learned brother, Justice Manoj Kumar Tiwari, for having spoken so highly and pleasingly about me. I do not know if I really deserve such high praise. Anyway, it is a journey of 36 years as a member of the legal fraternity. Is a long time to reminisce. While I've spent nearly 26 years as a lawyer, I've spent about 11 years as a judge. Overall, it has been deeply satisfying journey. Both as a lawyer and as a judge, I have tried to adhere to the professional ideals and to the oath that I subscribe to on the day of my elevation. In my 11 years as a judge, I have served in 3 different high courts. First as a judge of the High Court of Karnataka, thereafter as a judge of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, and now as the Chief Justice of the Uttarakhand High Court. And one common feature of my service in the 3 high courts has been that I have earned the love and respect of my brothers, sisters, and the members of the bar. My elevation as the Chief Justice of this court gave a chance to meet the beautiful people of this beautiful state called Dev Bhumi, to rejoice in the company of my new friends and to tackle new complexities. Undoubtedly, I am blessed with a great set of brothers who have selflessly guided me in my short tenure as the Chief Justice of this state. In particular, I would like to mention my learned brother, Justice Manoj Kumar Tiwari, and my learned brother, Justice Ravindra Mehtani, who never hesitated to speak their mind and ensure that I did not commit any errors. And in that manner, they guided me, and I think they have guided me successfully. We all have bonded like a family. I am extremely grateful to my learned brothers for the love and affection bestowed upon me and my family. I have had the privilege of sharing the benches with all the brothers, judges. I have been immensely benefited by their timely assistance and their excellent knowledge of the subjects. I only wish my short stint, I only wish I had, my stint was a little longer, but no regrets, as I have a belief that I have done my justice, I have done justice to the faith reposed in me by the collegium. I have also had the benefit of their views on administrative matters and have more often than not heeded to their advice. The free and fair exchange of views notwithstanding, what came out clearly was the underlying warmth and affection each one of them has had for me. The credit for what little has been achieved here during my tenure of 1 year goes entirely to them. I am indeed privileged to have received their wholehearted support. We have a very fine bar in the High Court, a bar which is disciplined, courteous, intelligent, and articulate. I am full of hope that in times to come, the High Court of Bar Association will produce many more legal luminaries who will go on to bring glory to the state and the bar, and even ascend the bench of this court. I am sure the learned members of the bar, under the guidance of the learned senior advocates, will rise to the occasion and would live up to the expectations of the bar and the bench. In many parts of Uttarakhand, owing to its mountainous terrain, we have the problem of lack of infrastructure, more particularly in the justice dispensation sector too. Lack of roads and lack of basic amenities force the people to live a harsh life. Although my stint has been a short one, but due to the cooperation from all sectors, we have managed to resolve as many problems as we could have and benefited the common man. Efforts have been made to achieve optimum utilization of the technology in courts so as to make the justice delivery system accessible, cost-effective, transparent, and accountable. Various initiatives have been launched under the e-courts project, some of which have fructified and some are in the pipeline. I am extremely grateful for all the cooperation and appreciation that I have received from all quarters. My family members and friends, some of whom have come to Nainital to witness my farewell, are my shock absorbers. Without them, life would have been quite uncomfortable, and I am indebted to them. Last but certainly the most important person are my parents, my father, Dr. M. Guhanathan, and my mother, Srimati G. Netravati. Whatever I am today and whoever I will be tomorrow is due to their endless sacrifice and indefinite blessings. Me and my family are extremely fortunate to have received in abundance the warmth and affection of my brother judges and their better halves and the members of the bar. All I can say as an expression of gratitude is that we have a house in Bangalore and would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company whenever you visit the city. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Now I seek the permission of Honorable the Chief Justice to place the proceedings on record and close the proceedings. Thank you, Your Lordship. The proceedings are closed. May I request you all to join in for tea at ground floor of Chief Justice Court building.